Hey, welcome to our Albany Brew Crafters video. We got a macro lager showdown today. What we're going to be doing is tasting 12 macro lagers, I think 8 pale like this, and 4 amber. Do it completely blind using actual BJCP score sheets, though we're not really rating them to style. Everybody's going to grade them. We got a variety of experience levels of the judges here. Like Alex and I are both pretty big craft beer enthusiasts. My brother John and my friend Jason are like, you know, a little bit more of newbies into the field, I guess you could say. And we got one more guy coming who actually is a BJCP certified judge. So you get a whole broad spectrum of the, you know, different experience levels and tastes and ranges and stuff. So we're not going to film every beer. We'll come back every maybe 3 or 4 beers just to check up on everybody. But so the goal is to just give these beers, all these macro lagers, which we'll reveal at the end, like a truly fair shake, as much as we can. So let's get on with the first beer here. All right, we're halfway through. We just finished up the 6 of 12 beers. Brett's also here now too. The last beer we just did was our second amber, and I thought it was the best beer of the day. I think the first beer we had was just some pale lager, which was actually pretty good because it was probably the first one. Every time I do a judging, usually the first beer is usually the best one, and it's all downhill from there. There was a couple so far that scored like a well below 20 for me. What do everybody else think? Any best and worst so far?
I thought the last one we just did was the best one we've done so far.
I would agree with that.
I would agree with that too. It was definitely the most that you might find on tap in a brew pub or something like that.
Yeah.
There was one in there that just tasted like all funky corn.
Yeah.
It was terrible. I think it was the last one. Was it 6?
Yeah,
was it 5 in it?
Yeah.
That was bad.
That was that one.
There seems to be a couple reoccurring problems between the acetaldehyde and the adjunct flavors just being not palatable.
Yep.
Between the corn or the DMS flavors that come from all that too, it's just same stuff.
And my favorite was the last one. I think it had the most body. I think this one before that and the second beer were my least favorites.
What's funny, what was the one that Brett and John both scored the same?
The second one.
Was it?
Or was it the first one?
No.
It was either the first or the second one.
See, we can't remember. They're all just going by numbers. We're not going to review every single. We're not going to video every single beer, but yeah. I mean, we're halfway, and I've reached a point where I'm like looking at them, and they all look the damn same. So, like, I can definitely tell. It's subtle, but I can definitely tell a taste differentiation between each one. Or is everybody? You think so, or
Yeah,
the same?
They've looked the same. They've all tasted different for better or worse.
Smell very similar.
Yep.
So we can still, there's little degradations, but it's there. So, on to second half. Whenever you're ready, Stuart.
The first beer we're going to talk about was the worst ranked on the score sheet, scoring an average of 18 out of 50.
That's good.
That is beer number 5 in your sheets.
Huh. Give it a 21.
Give it a 19.
10. I give it 22.
Yeah, this one was just not pleasant at all.
Yep.
And then metallic, starchy, corny.
Vegetal.
The quote that you all talked a long time about was metallic pool water.
I wrote, tastes like pool water without chlorine or hose water with a beer rinse. Finish is unpleasant.
It's got to be beast.
I just thought it was boring. Just a boring beer.
I had a...
And the answer is?
The big reveal is Corona from a can.
Oh!
Everybody wrote that.
Oh.
Alright.
Corona, worst beer.
And Corona thanks the lime farming industry.
The next beer we're going to talk about, second worst, scoring an average of 21.2 out of 50, is beer number 4 on your sheets.
Number 4.
23.
21.
22.
20.
I described it as very macro.
It was very grainy and a lot of corn.
Yeah, corn dominated this one.
It's the one I put where it smells like piss.
It had
Yes,
some
it is.
acetaldehyde in the aroma too.
And the
So-
reveal.
The big reveal of that is
Wait, is Jason?
Oh yeah, I wrote astringent, had like a dry, kind of bitter aftertaste.
a lot of corn talk on this one. The big reveal is Coors, the banquet beer.
Oh.
It is like a meal in your mouth. Like corn.
All right.
All right, 10 out of 12. Number 2 on your score sheets,
Really?
coming in with an average of 21.6 out of 50.
Oh yeah, this one was pretty low.
This
I
one
give
was
it
pretty
19.
vegetal.
I liked this one.
I described it as dirty, metallic,
I give it a 23.
rusty. 19.
Give it a 36.
Brett really liked this, to which I
Yeah.
tried not to laugh very hard. A lot of
Jason.
dirty water talk on this
Oh.
one. The big
Wait.
reveal. Oh, do you want to say something too?
I just gave it an 18. I don't
Just
have
give it an 18.
I
Okay.
guess you didn't know that.
too many notes.
I'll try to look at you more.
Alright, sorry.
The big reveal on this one is Milwaukee's best.
Not the worst.
That's right,
Ooh.
Brett.
The beast.
For Christmas, you'll get the Beast.
I guess I'd be okay with that.
He's just trying to rep the Midwest, that's all.
Alright.
All right, ranking 9 out of 12 is number 12 on your score sheets.
Oh, our first amber.
This one, this is the one that was skunky.
one. Yeah.
The supposed amber beer.
This
Yeah.
one's
27.
26.
15.
20.
28.
Anyone want to say anything about it?
It's not an amber beer.
There's an
They have
amber that
weird
wasn't
flavors
amber.
for a canned
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah.
Skunky, not an amber beer.
Almost cardboard.
Yeah.
This came in at a 23.2 average out of 50, and it was Tecate,
Yep.
a bottled beer that poured yellow when it was supposed to be an amber.
Oh, it was bottled?
Yes,
Yeah.
Brown bottle?
yes.
Yep. I think it must have been old bottles.
The next one we'll look at, it ranked 8 out of 12, is number 9 on your score sheets. Coming in at 23.4 as an average.
I said this was the least good amber. 25.
You also said it tastes good while it's in the mouth.
I said this just tastes like, this one tastes like wheat thins and
I gave it a 26.
I gave it
But it was
21.
nothing special.
Yeah, 26 as well. It was just kind of a bland tasting beer.
Well, I'll have you know that's from America's oldest brewery,
Oh,
Yangling.
yeah.
I thought that was radar.
I guess that
Me
one was
too.
Tecate, but I was wrong.
Said it tasted like tortilla chips on my sheet.
The 7th beer out of 12 we are going to look at came in at a 23.8 average, and it was also number 7 on your score sheets.
This
So
is a banana one.
I used neutral on here like 3 times.
This was, yeah.
I guess PBR on this one.
I gave it an 18.
28.
32.
Wow.
I kind of got like a Belgian character out of this. In the very loosest sense of the term. Fruity esters and
What did you
such.
get?
22.
I got a 19.
This one was all over the place.
Yes, it was.
This one had that sweet sour thing on the
This is
Yeah,
probably the
yeah.
most controversial one then, I guess.
This is the one that Chad took a refill of. Alex said, "Oh God, I hope this isn't PBR." Brett said, "Why, you like it?" And Alex said, "Yeah, it's not awful." The big reveal on this one is Budweiser.
Wow.
Oh. That's interesting.
At least it's not PBR.
Well, we know PBR scores higher than Budweiser. We haven't got to it yet.
Coming in 6th out of 12, the half best of the group, is number 3 on your score sheets, coming in at a 27.6 average.
I gave it a 32.
This is the
24.
25. This is the first amber one, isn't it?
32 as well.
Yeah,
This was, I think this was Dos Equis.
This is the one everyone was convinced was Negro Modelo, which we didn't taste today. It was Dos Equis.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't the most interesting beer in the group.
Just drank by the most interesting people. Coming in
Yeah, but
5th
that's
out
right.
of 12 with a 28.8 average is the 10th beer you tasted today.
Clean caramel sweet tart.
Oh, this is one with the strawberry sweet sour finish.
Yeah.
No, oh.
Alex tasted strawberries.
32.
Actually got a low, very small hop flavor in this beer.
I like this one. I gave it a 38.
I gave it 29.
I said it was very drinkable.
What'd you
15.
During the tasting, you guys thought that this had the fullest mouthfeel. Jason was convinced that it was Corona based on the head, and Brett guessed it was the Beast. The actual answer is Molson Canadian.
get? Oh.
Nice little multi-
Shocking, as Alex usually
Gets a phone
really
call
likes
from
it.
Canada while he's drinking.
Yeah, really. I was talking to Canada at the time. Interesting.
That was the one that you made a puckering face too, which is just fascinating to me. All right, coming in 4th place out of 12 is number 11 on your score sheets, coming in at a 29.6 average.
I said this had a farty aroma.
I said cereal flavor, corn, champagne. Well balanced, 33.
The aroma was very crisp. I know that doesn't really make sense, but there wasn't much to it.
During the tasting, Chad said, "It's like champagne." Group said, "Oh, yeah. Must be Miller High Life." John said, "I fucking hope not. I hate Miller High Life, and I kind of like this." The reveal is, it's Miller High Life.
Oh, I guess this
I
one
got that
right.
right.
Well, now you can drink this beer.
I guess.
I believe his comment on his paper was, "I'd drink this at happy hour."
Yeah, I did.
You're getting off cheap too.
Alright.
All right, we are in the top 3. Our 3rd favorite beer of the day was the first one we tasted, coming in at 29.8 for an average.
I gave it a 35.
32.
27.
30.
25.
Hipsters rejoice, it is Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, wow. Number 3.
I suspect that might have gotten a bonus for being the first one.
Yeah.
It probably
I think
did.
so.
Our second favorite beer of the day was number 8 in your score sheets, coming in at 34.8 for an average.
This one was pretty good. I actually had a decent hop flavor I could pick up in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this I
One of the few.
said lemon peel. Although I mentioned it was metallic.
Yeah.
I thought this had the most depth of flavor of
I
the
said
whole
one of the best.
Yeah,
of the
bunch
pack.
of pale ales.
I give it 31.
They gave
Or
it
pale
31.
lager, so
I gave it 35.
Could have 41.
36.
It's gotta be Heineken then, right?
You guys were all very excited about this beer. Brett remarked, "I like this one. Do I taste hops?" It is, in fact, Heineken
Yep.
from a
Right.
can. To which Alex remarked, "This is what it tastes like when it's not Scotch."
We should do a side by side then with the green bottle.
Yes, we
Yeah.
should.
That would be interesting to do.
I guess we know what.
And get the little mini cake as well, too.
Oh, that just pours straight foam. I tried that once.
The number 1 beer of the day is the 6th beer you tasted, coming in at a 37.2 average.
This was an amber.
Yep.
It was.
It's Ryan Hope's beer.
Yes, it is. Everyone oohed and awed
They all
about
said it
how
was
much
very
they like
sweet.
this.
brown sugar, caramel.
Bready.
Yeah.
It was the darkest of all the ambers as well.
Yeah.
The chestnut
Smooth.
color.
It was very drinkable.
That is good old Jenny Bach.
Jenny Bach from the spring too.
Yep.
So what have we learned today? I learned that Jenny Bach tastes better than I thought it did. I learned Miller High Life isn't too bad, and PBR isn't too bad either.
The thing about Jenny Bach, if you're expecting a nice Bach, I doubt it would do that well compared to other Bachs. But when you compare it to
These
these
yeah.
macro beers, it's the obvious choice.
Yeah.
So, taking out the ambers, we learned that Heineken was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised
Yeah.
because I always hated Heineken because it's skunky, but if you get it in a can
Yeah,
or on tap.
when I was tasting, I was thinking, well, it could be Heineken because of the hot character to it, but it just didn't have that skunky taste. It tasted way different.
I learned that for all the smack talk Budweiser gets, it was not a pour for many of you, and nobody could identify it.
What number was it?
Same at
Bud was
7.
7, yep.
I guess this one is being PBR, but I noticed corn, but I didn't say the Rice Krispies flavor.
Specifically wrote not good for Budweiser.
That's funny, I wrote not bad.
Yeah, I did note that Brett poured it. That was the only one I saw pour that.
I learned that Corona was found to be inferior to Beast.
Yeah. Yeah. And out of a can,
That's pretty bad.
completely unskunked, you know?
Yeah, Corona?
I was disappointed in Tecate though, because I always liked that one.
Yeah, the color was, I didn't expect such a light color
Yeah.
on that
I was
beer.
disappointed by Yingling. Usually I like
Yeah, me
Yingling,
too.
and on tap it's pretty good.
Yeah.
In a can. Was that in can or bottle?
Can.
Can.
It just didn't perform well
Gave
at
it a
all.
25.
Coming in at, what was that, 8?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 7.
25 still good though. Well, we're going very long in the video, so I guess we'll just about wrap this up. So check out my blog for all the detailed analysis. Thanks everybody for coming over, and thanks for watching. Bye.